Then we went to the other side. Remember that? Now they had Pod 10 where they had PlayStation, they had weights in the yard, they had pool table. Yeah, right. I heard about that. But check this out. My whole time I had good behavior, road crew, all that shit. But I was fighting all the time because remember no cameras and shit like that when it was brand new, and no CO would. They would sit on that little blue plastic chair at the end. One CO to watch those tears, through the glass. There's nobody to watch it, so I'm constantly getting fights in the bathroom. But on paper, the COs think I got good behavior. I'm saying, yes, I'm playing their game because I'm like, I'm going to see what this Pod 10's about. You can get commissary, pool table, PlayStation 2, go out in the weights. I wanted to hit the weights, really, because me and Dave were working out hardcore. I was getting the biggest I was getting. And anyway, so we got, I think it was Pod, which the girls is 5 and 6, right?
Yeah, it was Pod 7, I thought they escaped.
Now, on the left, what number begins with when on your right hand, to the right-hand side? So you got 1,
9, and 10.
8. It was the middle one. It was the one next to Pod 10. So that had to be the middle tier.
9.
Okay, we're on 9. He escaped from 9. Okay?
Okay, I thought it was 7.
Is it 4? No, is it 4 tiers on one side or 3?
It's 4.
Okay, we were the second one. So we were 8. We were around there, 8. We weren't the first one. We were like in the middle. So I think it was like 8, something like that.
Yeah, they came to see me in Gander Hill about that because my girl at the time was Michelle.
But check.
Still love you, Michelle.
But check this out, Franny. So he talking me into, Petey, man, come on. I got these 2 other brothers want to go, blah, blah, blah. Dave just, when I was already in there 6 months before he got there, he had to do a whole fucking 21 months in there, dude. And he was like, I am not doing 21 months in this bitch. I said, dog, escape is automatically 3 years. He ended up getting like 4 years just for that escape alone. But anyway, so you're right.
Yeah, I seen him at Gander Hill, man. And I was like,
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
Yeah.
To see me about you.
So check it out, and let's talk about Dave because I got updates on him too. But anyway, and he's my he's my family, right? He's my baby's mom. He's my stepkid's uncle.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's my dog. I didn't know that.
And check this out. Did you know that his brother Chris Hogue committed suicide?
No.
Chris Hogue took his life, man, in 2018.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro.
Remember when Dave's daughter died, though? She was like 9 days old or something. Remember that?
Yeah, I heard about that. But look, we'll get into that. But look, I'll continue that, and then anyway, so he escaped. They called him like a week and a half, like 10 days later, 9 days later. We were having chow. Remember, you got
back into their own stolen car. They were getting back into their own car.
Yep.
Their own stolen
Trying to break into a car. They were trying to break into a new car.
Their own car. No,
or whatever. But it was a stolen car, right? So somebody said the witness thought this didn't look right, so they called the cop and they got him. So check this out. Like another 2-3 days after we heard they got caught, sure enough, they shipped them right the fuck back. And the fucking warden to the VOP was like, here's an example of, we told you they'll be right back. First they're going over the fence, but guess what? They're going to still have to come right through SFOP after next door.
Every window. And bang your head on all the windows all the way through, remember?
Yeah.
That's what they do. They put you in front of every tier, every door.
But
bang your head on the fucking window.
They were so slick with this window shit, I didn't hear them leave. I didn't hear them leave. Nobody did, dog. Like, Dave and these 2 black Muslim dudes really snuck out. So, and they left the one steak shirt, that real thick canvas shirt, over the ball bar.
William something.
Yeah.
William, I forget his last name, but he ended up being in work for these in MCI in Dover with me in 2007. So he ended up doing like 7 years for that shit. Like, he didn't get out till 2007 when he was at work release.
But so they put them on stage, Franny, all 3 of them. And I'm in there, they only got 5 minutes to eat. They listen another 5 minutes so the warden can preach and show off. Yeah, we got them and all that. They're going over the gate, but they'll be back here. So if anyone want to try, go ahead. And they're probably going to get another 2 to 4 stacked on their sentence. So it's just showing off and shit. I'm not looking at Dave. Me and Dave locked eyes. And I just shook my head back and forth. And I was like kind of saying, like, man, I told you, man, you shouldn't even be doing that. Because I was already there 6 months. I said, Dave, I told him everything. Like 6 months, you could do it, though. He was like, your total sentence is 8 months here, but I got to do 21 months. I said, Dave, but if I did 8 months, dog, once you get on it, he wasn't on the road crew yet and shit. Like, he just got on the road crew. I was like, you can feel fresh air. The guards will buy you pizza sometimes. It ain't like this all the time. You won't be in this building being bossed around constantly. If you got good behavior, the guards notice when you have good behavior and you're a good model inmate, they will treat you better individually. They only work on individualism. If you're a dickhead and they know you're fighting and talking back, if they tolerate that, they're going to treat you like shit. And if you get too bad, they're going to send you over the fence. They're going to throw you over the fence, send you back over. But anyway, so after lunch was over, sure enough, they sent him back over the fence. I didn't hear from Dave for years after that, right? So Dave gets out. He gets out. Once he gets out, my baby mom, everybody knows, he's a part of my family. And so he got out. Dave lasted about 8 months, probably not even a year. He got back with his girl. I think that might have been his baby's mom. Maybe they have a kid together or not. But it was one of the girls.
The little baby ended up dying.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So I think he was clean. He was sober. He was just drinking and doing tattooing. He was on Facebook, happy, smiling with my stepdaughters, with Christy and Alina. Remember when I got with Dana Hogue? Her last name was Hogue. I didn't know she was related to Dave. I was like, isn't this a small world? But I just happened to fall in love with her. And Chris was locked up in Georgetown during this time. But I didn't know Chris. I only knew Dave. I met Dave and SFOP when he first came on a tier. I didn't know Dave from Newcastle, bro, until we all said, oh, you know that person? Yeah. You know Franny? You know this guy? I was, yeah. Okay, then that was like, me and him became tight. We worked out.
We stole cars together. We crushed
cars
together. He didn't make with him, man.